7 Morningstar for Incorporated Kingdom of Mardiga presents.
Din natin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Ulitin natin. Bayan ng ilim, pwede sa silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Luwang hinirang, tulad ka ng magiting, sa manlulubi, di ka masisiin, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo'y bugaw. May dilatang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdilingling. Ang bituin at araw ng kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng wala pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na ka, may mga apig, ang mabuhay lang dahil sa'yo.
I know that everything is fine, especially today, that we're about to reach our main goal, which is to realize what was dreamt by our past President, Ferdinand Emmanuel Marcos. So, if we look back the history, it was a total twisted from the learning that we got from our schools. But fortunately, we find and finally see what is happening before, and now we, the 72 blessed chosen few, I know God brought you here because you have roles to play, not only in the Philippines, but the whole world. I hope everybody will dedicate their heart, their mind, their strength, and especially their life to serve our countrymen and the whole world. For this occasion, we will read one message. The 11th of September. Today is the 11th of September, and I hope it was not for me to come on this important day to wish you the best reason to bring to all men of goodwill that this nation will be great again. Happy birthday. Honestly, I find it almost impossible to work on this day without thinking of the gifts of the three kings presented to the infant Emmanuel. Guided by the star, they found the child in a home and offered him theirs gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Without being too theological about it, I am more inclined to believe that gold signifies royalty, which was offered to the Savior. The Magi recognized him as a king and a leader. Incense was used in the worship of God to acknowledge his divinity. Myrrh was an aromatic gift, and they acknowledged the human nature in him, that he too must live and die like any ordinary mortal like us. Rich and rare were the gifts that the wise men offered, but I like to think they were poor in comparison with the gifts we can present to God. On the occasion, we offer the gift of ourselves. Since we cannot offer him gold, we too acknowledge him as our king by offering him our love, faith, and trust. As they gave him frankincense to acknowledge His divinity. We would acknowledge Him as our God by offering Him our worship, our success, and accomplishments. As they offer Him myrrh, we too should offer Him our sorrows, our shortcomings, our failures. Let it not be said that we saw Christ's star in the heavens and we refuse to come near Him. Let it not be said that we come empty-handed, not alone, but together we can come here near Him, bearing our gifts of love, adoration, and contrition. Again, happy birthday, Board of Trustees and members. As we enter into a new life, this new lapian ng bagong Filipino, September brought forth the capacity of the 777 Morning Star Foundation, up above in general, and the Kingdom of Maharlika in particular, to respond the changing needs and demands of the Filipino citizenry. Likewise, the whole world, as well as the political and economic atmosphere, have tended to influence our actions and decisions toward nationalism through political, economic, and social stability. The turn of decade will undoubtedly further intense our efforts, working basically under the kingdom atmosphere, both internal and externally. Hence, the challenge will always be around. But our experience in the pursuit of our goals and objectives will always prove handy, therefore enabling to reach and react with determined effort. We have seen our own people in the traditional roles and our contribution to economic and social development activities on the other hand. Our 777 Morning Star Foundation has proven our ability to cope with changing ideological learning. We have succeeded tremendously in the providing the much-needed operational, administrative, and logistic requirements of the people in the Royal House of Maharlika. And now, we realize our forthcoming success as we prepare ourselves to see and meet the need for a strong and viable 777 Morning Star Foundation. Our ability to enforce our policy largely depends on our capacity to develop the operational readiness, which in turn depends largely on the priorities set by you, the Board of Trustees, symbolizing our national leadership. Our 777 Morning Star Foundation's trust must be geared toward modernization of equipment to enable us to meet challenges, even mindful of the need to improve the economic and social conditions of our people. Our foundation will remain dedicated in the delivering the much-needed services to our people, especially the far-flung areas of our country, where the common transportation facilities are practically ill. Hence, we have gone into a wide range of activities such as free medical, dental projects, transport, and infrastructure programs. It can easily be seen from the foregoing and pervasiveness of the 777 Morning Star Foundation involvement in the practically all activities involved in the kingdom building. In doing so, it has to go into a continuous examination of its organized setup in the compliance of the letter of instruction to enable us to meet the changing conditions. Operating units and staff reorganization are being conducted based on the received need of the organization, vis-a-vis the entire 777 Morning Star setup and mission. Hence, new units are activated and some are either merged or changed correspondingly. Personnel development has to be undertaken to ensure professionalism in both levels of officers and members. In addition to highly specialized skills training being given to our personnel, they are likewise given the opportunity to be immersed in the social mainstream through continuous seminars that are value-oriented, if only to emphasize the need for a good and responsible relationship with public training. In this nature, such will invariably strengthen the moral fiber of the 777 Morningstar officers and members, and therefore enable them to appreciate the importance of civil, public, and spiritual relationships, which are the key factors for the success of this mission. Indeed, the 777 Morningstar Foundation has gone a long way, and it will undoubtedly go further with more dedication and more dynamism. Its accomplishments shall prove equal to the changes of time. Thank you, and more power.
Seven, seven. Seven, 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 Morning Star. Pundasyon na kay saya. Seven, 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 Morning Star. Pundasyon ng biyaya. Maluningning ang tala sa dalangin, huwag sanang ipagkait ang iyong banal na patnubay, hari ng mga hari. Ang tala sa umaga ay maluningning na, ang kamandag ng kalaban mawalan na rin ng bisa. Aayusin na ang nasira, ibabangon ang kabila, tinubos na tayo ng hari upang maging malaya. Gumising na at magbangon, mahal kong mga kapatid, gumayat ka na at magbihis ng magaramong damit. Ang trono mo at luglukan sa iyo ay naghihintay. Pilipino ka at mapalad, isang mahalikang tunay. Hinihiling namin sa amang nasa langit, sana ay iyong dinggin ang abana itong awit. Ito'y samot dalangin, huwag sanang ipagkait ang iyong banal na patnubay, hari ng mga hari. Dakilan, pabereksan, Pilipinas ay
Sa lahat po ng subscriber ng Juris TV, ang inyong brothers and sisters, your servant, the morning sun, just subscribe, click, like in the Juris TV. Thank you, thank you. May God bless you.